Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to see about SQL queries performed in online retail database. In this database, we are actually having different tables. The first one is categories table. In this table, we are having two different columns like category ID and category name. And then this is the product table. In this table, we are having six columns like product name, category ID, description, price, quantity, and the suppliers ID. And then the next one is suppliers ID. In this, we have five columns. And then finally it is order table. In this we have four columns. These are all the values inserted into products table. And when using a select store, it retrieves all data, so don't use it in real-time projects. When you have to retrieve some column name only, so you have to use the specific column name and retrieve specific column name. To delete a specific row from a table, we have to use a where condition, where we have to select the specific row and it will delete the rows which has the condition. Now it is alter query. In this alter query, we can perform three different operations. First, we are using a rename. We are going to change the name of the contact phone into mobile in the table suppliers, and then it's now changed. And then the next alter query operation is we are going to drop a specific column, which is contact email from the table suppliers. And finally, we are going to use the last function in alter query. We are going to add a new column into a table. In orders table, there is no details about product, so I am going to add a product ID into the table. So now it's added, and then we have to update the values of the product ID in the orders table. So that's why I am using a update query. In this, we are using where condition, where order ID is equal to O2. We are going to set a value for product ID, and then now it's updated. Like this, I'm going to update all the values of the product ID in order table. Now it's updated. Let's move on to aggregate function. There are five different aggregate functions. First, we are going to see about count function, which is used to count number of rows in a table. Here I am using count function to find number of rows in categories table, and then it's sum function. It is used to sum of selected rows. Here I am going to select rows which are on the date 4/11/2023, and the sum of the total amount is 14,600, and then average amount of total amount is 5,000. And then it's max function, which is used to calculate the maximum amount. And I am also using where condition, maximum amount on the date 4/11/2003, the maximum amount and the minimum amount. Let's move on to Windows function. Before that, when I used NVL function, it is not working on my editor. Actually, I leave a space null value in a table to use the NVL function, but it's not working. Then move on to row number function, which is used to calculate the number of rows actually in a table. Actually, there are 8 rows in the table categories. And when using rank function, it will rank all the values, and it also shows the duplicate values like there is 2 to 7 and to 9 and to 11. In this categories table, there is category ID, and in product table also there is category ID. So now I am using this category ID column from both tables. I am going to join the both tables. In the categories table, I am taking category ID, and in the products table I am taking product name and price. I am going to join these three values using the category ID, and now it's joined. Let's see the left join. In the products table, there is a row called C7 and Bobby, and in the categories table there is no C7. When we run this, Barbie and C7 will be present, but the category ID will not be present. Let's move on to view in SQL. Actually, it is used to retrieve some data from the big table and store it for some temporary time. We can select data from this view, and we can retrieve data from the views. In this order table, if there is large number of rows, it's complex to perform some function. So we are going to use a CT concept in SQL, which is used to retrieve some selected rows from big table, and it store values in a temporary container, and we can perform any functions to the container which has the same selected values from the table. Like I am performing some function in the seat price CTE, which is selected from table orders, and also I am performing count function here.